Okay, Guy Hudson was replaced. Sorry. In 1977, it was announced that Zach would be retiring and Guy would be taking over. He held a retirement party in November before spending the final month working on the transition. Okay, what if her last name is actually Robertson? Because she got married. Okay, Christine Ferris. Christine Garland. Okay. Nice. Guy Hudson took over. This began a particularly volatile period in the company's staffing. Many Good golly, so many secretaries. Holy crap. That's a large amount of stuff. Okay, hang on. Okay, so there's 5 affairs that Guy has had. Okay, Guy Hudson died in May of 1982. So the first few months of this year continued along the same pattern as they did. Things quickly changed when Ernie took over. Most of the extravagant expenses ended, and all of the secretaries, most handpicked by Guy Hudson, were let go. Okay, so out of all those secretaries, it's gotta be at least another 4. Goody! Not helpful whatsoever. Okay. Well, shit a brick. Actually, let's look up some periodicals. Hang on. Let's do Butley Counter. Okay, Mary Beth Clementine came to Butler County a few times and played religious hymns. So what's a special meaning to me is, I've had a very difficult upbringing, and it's no secret that my own eyes have always been a source of struggle. The song is about overcoming. The family's fortune does no good to me. Oh, hang on. The Lord. Okay, this must be Miracle talking. My family's fortune does me no good as a man of the Lord. It's much better. better spent spreading his word, and I've felt a kinship with Mary Beth ever since I heard her voice. When I learned her personal story, I knew I had to help her in whatever way I could. The Bible was full of adoptions, from Moses to Esther, spending my life taking care of the helpless to help themselves is incredibly noble. She and her son are welcome to stay in our guest home. The second visit was a few years later. The article mentions that her first visit was a massive success. Second visit that mentions somatic success and insistence of miracles. Encore performance. It also mentions the unusual circumstance of her second son's adoption have prevented her from touring recently, but doesn't clarify. Okay, I don't know where else to go with this. Maybe Stuart Clementine? Clementine? Did I even spell it right? Nah, not even close. He has no web presence. Okay. Ooh, okay, cool. That worked. Okay, Crocodile Clementine is listed on a website titled The Infamy List. It's a massive list of criminals who are known for odd crimes. What have I missed in chat? Gods, why do K-pop idols have to be so handsome? Oh dear. Although Mark's nickname would imply he hails from Florida, a lot of the others on the list come from there, or Australia. Mark is listed as being from Los Angeles. He's a pretty big entry. He seems like a real piece of work. Oh, good. There's a small note about him being the basket baby of 1950, but almost everything else comes from his adulthood. He lost his job in the 1970s as a pilot for a regional airline, but he tried to board the wrong airplane. Oh God. He was drunk. He was charged with trespassing and assault. In 1982, he was arrested for transporting smuggled animals over the Canadian and Mexican borders for an illegal reptile supplier in Los Angeles. He was apparently quite successful for the first 4 years, but was caught when he had to make an emergency landing in Portland after he was bitten on the foot by a crocodile. Hence the nickname. Apparently the Portland Telegraph is credited as having given him this nickname. His mugshot from this incident has been added to the photos. In 1993, he was released on parole, but his freedom didn't last long. He was arrested in 1994 in San Diego for violating it in an attempt to visit his daughter's graduation. He famously punched the principal, a man named Billy Sims, and the incident received national press. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Just a pilot. Okay. I wonder. Let's have a look in the Chronicles, shall we? Business Watch. Okay, Newstime did a small piece about a fight between Sims and Crocodile, but tried to approach it from a different perspective. Their goal was to paint a picture of the two men involved with others who knew them best. Not only did they manage to interview Sims' wife Carla, as well as multiple staff at the school, but they hunted down Colleen Webb, Mark's ex-wife. Colleen Webb. Okay, according to this section with Colleen, she and he met when he worked on an airline. She was at the newspaper stand. He was a drinker and would often have wild mood swings. When he was charged with an assault of a fellow pilot in 1975 and lost his job, they divorced. At the time, she was pregnant with their second daughter, and she felt he needed to get out. She needed to get out before things got worse. She left him and moved to San Diego to live with her sister and told her oldest that her dad had to fly planes for the army. She raised them both by herself, and although she never went through the trouble of changing their names legally, they used the Webb name so that no one would be connected to her ex-husband. Okay, so we'll go Webb. All right. Okay. This is good golly. Probably not going to be helpful, but comes up occasionally. Ask what percentage. Carlita. All right. What about Colleen Webb? No. Where Billy Sims. Okay. Billy Sims is the principal of Sandstone Canyon High School. So it was Billy Sims. Billy saw Mark hop onto the graduation stage and said, "Sir, you'll want to sit down or we'll have a problem." At that point, Crocodile reportedly sucker punched him in the face. Billy, apparently only slightly dazed, said, "All right, sir, I guess we'll have a problem." Clementine tried to throw another punch, but Sims anticipated it and performed a maneuver that spectators described as a wrestling move mixed with a backwards somersault, which immediately brought both men to the floor, with Sims straddling Clementine, keeping him neutralized. As security arrived, the recording captured someone saying, "How did you do that?" And Sims' response was famously, "Trust me, I'm as surprised as anyone." Oh dear. Okay, I don't recall his daughter's name popping up anywhere. He's got two daughters.